Welcome to practice. We're going to begin standing. It's very cold outside our house this morning. I'm going to start with just open hands, making circles with your wrist. And we're going to stand on one foot and make nice big circles with your foot as well. Try and reverse the direction of your hands, but not your foot. Oh, it might be very difficult to multitask. But it's so cold, I thought we'd get everything moving. All right, and then standing on your other foot, get your foot going in one direction, and this time soft fist. See if you can reverse your hand direction, but not your foot direction. Good, and then reverse your foot direction and make hard fists and keep going with your hands. Strong. As it moves more up into the forearms. Reverse your hands, but not your foot. Great. And release. And we're going to do backstroke arms. Just nice big circles, about 45 degrees to the front of your body. And then other arm. And then both arms together without banging them into each other. Beautiful. And then we're going to do empty sleeves where you're turning your ribs from side. And really just letting your arms feel empty. The shoulders are very relaxed here. Nice. And back to center. And we're going to do this just bouncing. So you bounce your heels up off the floor. And you have your knees as relaxed as you need to be able to do this. And if you can go a little step further than that, try just jumping off the floor. Okay, so now if you're jumping, we're going to go side to side. Should be starting to get a little bit hard. Okay, now alternate legs. One leg forward, one leg back. Back to bouncing. Ow, my leg. Oh. Back to bouncing. Okay, so I'm hoping that we got that feeling of tired muscles. And we're going to come to the front of the mat. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Let's give the legs a little bit of a stretch here. Catching your breath. And stretching out the back of the legs by alternating one leg stretching and then the other. And embedding the bones of the spine forward. Nice. Now we're going to be walking forward and back on the mat. Come up. And if you know that holding on the seat of a chair helps you with that movement, then get a chair organized at the front of the mat, seat facing you. And you can put your hands on that instead of the floor. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Little steps back. Place your hands flat down. Let's try and get the feet moving a little bit, the back of the legs stretching. Good, until you're in downward facing dog pose. We're going to lift the back of the legs. Let the head hang down. And finding that flow of breath. Good. And then little steps forward. Try to get your feet moving. When you run out of room, that's fine. Just noticing that and rolling up. Arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. And Tadasana. And from the front of your mat. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Good, little steps back. When you've given yourself a little bit of room to move, make little hops, little jumps back to your downward facing dog pose. Pressing the heels, lifting the sit bones, letting the armpits lengthen. Good. And then little hops forward until you run out of room. And then just roll yourself up. Arms up. Looking up. Tadasana. From the front of the mat. For Trikonasana, we're going to step the left foot back. Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Uttanasana. Big step back with the left foot for Trikonasana. And you're going to lift your torso all the way up so that you line up your torso with your legs. Bringing the right hand just down your right leg a little and knowing that you've still got your torso, the front of the torso lining up with the front of the leg. Nice. Lifting the kneecaps now and the quadriceps and feeling your feet. Finding the flow of breath and really lengthen the legs. Lift them up. Lengthen the spine. You might be able to keep reaching further now without tipping the body forward towards the floor. Keep feeling that the heart is shining upward and outward and lifting up your left arm. Good. And then we're going to reach that left arm all the way towards the front of the mat and turn your back foot to face forward so you're in a long lunge. Nice work. Pressing the back heel. We're going to step forward and balance on the right foot as you lift up. Bring your left foot in front. So you can keep the toes near the floor or lift the leg high. And before you place the foot back down, really find where you're going to place your foot. Hip width parallel we're looking for the feet. And then transferring your weight. Nice work. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Big step back with the right foot. For Trikonasana, lift your torso all the way up. You might have to come all the way before you find that the front torso is in line with the front of the legs. Take your left hand down onto your left thigh. Feel the feet and their intelligence of the floor. Lifting the legs, lengthening the spine. Reaching the left ribs over the left leg. Right ribs rolling back. Heart center feeling spacious. Right arm is going to lift. We're going to look up at the ceiling, the sky. Good morning. Reaching into your trikonasana from the soles of the feet, from your groundedness. Swing your right arm all the way to the front. I'm going to put the hands on the seat of the chair or the floor. Turn your right foot to face forward. So now we're in a long lunge and drop the hips towards the floor. Press the back heel back towards the floor behind. The back leg is straight. Beautiful. We're going to lift up, step forward, and balance on the left foot. Oh. Right foot in front. Toes might be near to the floor, or you might be able to lift that knee high. Hands in namaste, and draw the shoulder blades down. Good. And then bring the right foot to find the floor, and then transfer your right weight. Halasana. Nice work. Let's just bring the hands in front of the heart, and we'll step the left foot back, and this time it's for warrior two position. So you want to land, or you can wiggle your feet, so your feet are a little bit further apart than your leg is long, and we bend the right knee. And we're going to take the arms out from the heart, palms down. Reach back with the left ribs and the left hand. Ooh. And turn your face, just your face, to look over your right fingertips. And then start to lower the hips. But at the same time, lifting the pelvic floor. Ah. Nice work. Bring the hands in front of your heart. And we're going to try and step forward from here. It's a big distance, I know. You can always take a little step in if you need to. I need to wiggle in. And we're going to try and step forward and balance on the right foot. Whoa. Oh. Left foot in front. Knee can be low or high, but try to hold your balance. Find the placement of your foot before you transfer your weight. We're just going to bring the hands in front of the heart. Namaste. Big step back with the right foot. We want that nice distance between the feet if you can. Bending your left knee so that we're in warrior two. Reach the arms from your shoulders. Palms facing down. But we're going to reach back with the right ribs, back with the right hand, and looking over the left fingertip. Lowering the hips, but lifting the pelvic floor, the lower front abdomen, lengthening the lower back. We're going to step forward and balance on the left foot. See how you go. Stepping. Oh. Right knee in front. Low or high, whatever you need. And we'll draw the shoulder blades down. And then find the position of your foot, just with the skin of the toes, the ball of the foot, before you transfer your weight. Tadasana. Good. We're going to bring the hands to the seat or to the floor again. Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana, and little step into downward facing dog pose. And a little bit of bear walking. So that is the left foot's going to step back a little, the right hand's going to step back a little. The right foot's going to step back a little, and the left hand. And the left foot and the right hand. Good. And then we're going to take the right hand forward and the left foot forward. And the left hand forward and the right foot forward. And the right hand forward and the left foot forward. We haven't got much room, have we? And the left foot forward and the right foot. Sorry, left hand forward and the right foot forward. Okay. Even up your stand, hands shoulder width. Press your fingerprints and just have your feet back as far as you need to get your heels down to the floor. Oh, let your head just hang down. Nice. And we're going to kneel down. Now, kneeling down, we're going to be kneeling up. So you might like a blanket under your knees. So we're kneeling up, tucking the toes under. Swim your left arm back as far as it'll go. And you might be able to touch your heel, or maybe you're just reaching down the back of your leg. And then we'll swim the right arm back. Same thing, just notice on that side, where does it touch to? We've all got different length bodies, legs, arms. It'll be a little bit different. But exploring that swimming movement of the ribs, your spine. Let's lift the front of the legs more powerfully. Beautiful. Now let's try both arms together. And hold on to the back of your thighs. Some people can reach the heels. I'm not going to do that. But try to find your back bend where you're not crushing your lower back. We're lifting the front of the legs powerfully, drawing the elbows in, lifting the breastbone. Ustrasana, camel pose. Beautiful. And then we're going to take a seat. We're going to sit with the feet out pretty wide. And what we're going to try and do here is keep the knees as far apart as you can. The feet are out wide, legs are bent. And we're going to do that 90-90 movement. So if you take both your knees to the floor at the side, the knees are still as far apart as you can get them. And then we lift up and take them to the other side. So it looks like your knees are both a 90-degree angle, sort of. So you might have to wiggle your feet a little further out to get that. All right, now, when you lift up, in that further detail, try to lift the leg that is going to lift first is the one that's back. So I've got my legs to the right. I'm going to lift my left leg first to try and keep my knees as far apart from each other as I can. So lift the left leg first and then let the right leg follow. So it's a little bit different. Okay, so you lift your back leg first, as far as you can before you try to lift the other one. Great. So that's the movement, and we're going to call them 90-90, and you can use your hand, or you can try doing it without using your hand. And I tend to walk forward off my blanket unintentionally. All right. Beautiful way to warm up the hips here. Might have to keep readjusting the feet a little bit wider. Try to get that first leg moving first. So the back leg moves first. Take it as far as you can before you lift the other. Very nice. Alrighty. Sitting up onto the blanket now in a simple cross-legged position or whatever is comfortable for your back. And we're going to do our front wave spinal waves. We're going to put the chin into the chest and then point the top of the head and take it as far forward as you can. Then lift up your nose and then your chin. Let the spine follow and then tuck the chin into the chest, nose down, and take the head back as far as it will go. Good. Point the top of the head forward. Lift up the nose, lift up the chin, and then take the head back as far as it will go. So we're going to wave the spine using the head as the leader. Waving forward and back. And then we can reverse the direction. And then just cross the legs the other way if they're crossed. And we're going to go side to side. I'm still pretty new to this, so we'll see how it goes. Tip your head to one side, and then you take your shoulders over in that direction as far as you can. And when you've leaned as far as you can to the side, the head starts to lift back up. The top of the head starts to go the other way. And then the shoulders follow. And then the ribs follow. And when you've gone as far as you can, so you keep your head tipping in that direction, then you reverse the head direction. Take the head, let the shoulders follow, keep the ear to the shoulder as far as you can, as far as you can, and then reverse. So the head shifts, keep the head, the ear to the shoulder as far as you can, as far as you can, and then the head reverses. You get that nice, spinal flow side to side. The trick is to keep your ear to your shoulder all the way. Before, we just want to start reversing it, but let it go all the way and then reverse. So ear to the shoulder, ear to the shoulder, ear to the shoulder until it's time to change sides. Keep it going until you change sides. Nice work. And then come back to center. Beautiful. We're going to bring the feet out in front and balancing on the sit bones. So whether you're more comfortable on a blanket or on the floor, up to you. We'll draw the tummy muscles in towards the spine. Spine is long. Good. So feeling that core support. And then see how you go letting go of your hand. So if it gets too strong in your back, just doesn't feel right, go back to holding your hands on your knee. And we're trying to really press the bones of the spine forward. Ooh. You might be able to straighten one leg, straighten the other. I've got one leg bent, one leg straight. It's not quite as heavy to hold. We can try both. Ooh. Good, and then releasing. We're going to put the feet down in front and reach your arms as far forward to hold the front of your knees as you can, so you can use the arm help here to really bring the bones of your lower back further forward. Finding your breath. Nice work. Both legs out to straight. And bring your left leg into Janushirsasana. So right leg is straight out in front, left leg is bent. If this knee doesn't feel comfortable, you don't have to take the foot so far in. You could put a blanket or a pillow under that knee. And we're going to swim the left arm, so the left leg is bent, swimming the left arm, and we're going to swim that arm towards the little toe side of the right leg. So you can take this movement in a way that feels nourishing for you. So we want to make space for the ribs. Swim your arm as far as you can towards your right little toe. Good. And then we're going to turn the torso in that direction, lifting the belly, lifting the breastbone, reaching that way. Your right hand where it makes sense. So it might be out to the right side to keep you balanced. You might be holding both your hands onto your leg or your foot. And we're easing the bones of the spine forward. Finding the stretch that your body needs. Just paying respect and attention to that spine between your shoulder blades. We don't want to make a hunchback shape there, drawing the bones of the spine forward. Good, and then releasing that side. And then both legs out, straight in front, Dandasana for a moment, lifting the spine. See if you can get that feeling of really reaching the bones forward, like we did when we hugged our knees before. Nice work. And then right leg bent and place it in a position that feels comfortable for your knee. So you might want some padding, not quite so extremely bent. Right arm swimming to the left little toe or in that direction. And use the swimming movement to open the ribs, the shoulder, the armpit. Just take from this movement what feels nourishing. Connecting to the flow of your breath. Next time you reach forward, you're going to take hold where you reach to. Consider your left hand. Do you need it to help you stay balanced? Or can you bring it with the right hand? And can we get that feeling of bringing the bones of the spine forward and remembering the spine between the shoulder blades? We often have a better connection, brain to lower back. More people seem to have pain in the lower back. And so we forget about the shape of the upper back We don't want to make a hunchback shape. Draw the bones forward. Mm. Mm. Finding a little more space in your body. Be curious about where you can move a little more. Without giving away respect for your spine, your body, any injuries you might have. And lifting up. Nice work. We're going to take a position on the floor, and you can choose now. You could either do bamboo pose, or we're going to come into halasana, where the legs go towards the floor overhead. Don't push too hard to start with. Be curious, exploratory, because your feet might not reach the floor. You don't want to overstretch your neck suddenly. So we're going to lift the legs, put your hands behind your pelvis to support, and then just see where the feet head to. So we get a nice long stretch along the spine. Make sure your neck feels okay. We can lift the hips a little higher. Good, and then as you roll down, try and get bone by bone onto the floor and see if you can land your bottom, your pelvis, without thumping down, without the head lifting up. It's a pretty tall order. Great. And then we're all going to do bamboo pose. So taking your blanket and putting that underneath your hips. And cactus arms. Sometimes the hands not reaching the floor is just the way we've landed on our shoulder blades. So tuck them right under and see if you can get a little bit more movement. In the back of the legs, nice and long. Feeling the flow of breath. Great. Now we're going to take the blanket out. So release your feet down onto the floor. Take the blanket out. Try doing that same movement where the legs lift up. We're going to lift the arms as well. And we're going to press the lower back into the floor and lift the feet up, lift the arms up. Really pressing. And very gently, legs are going to head a little bit to the left and the arms a little bit to the right. And you just want to find where the core of the body is shifting and stabilizing. So keep your back really pressing. Legs go left, arms go right, vice versa. As you're pressing your back, see if you can relax your face a little bit more. Face and throat. Feeling the flow of breath. And back to center, and we'll hug the knees into the chest. Rocking a little bit from side to side. Like bring the balls of the feet onto the floor as close to your sit bones as you can. You might even have to grab hold of your feet and ease them in towards your sit bone. And we're going to lift the hips. So you'll have a nice, you'll have room to lift up nice and high. And then you can put your heels towards the floor. But we'll lift the hips. Good, so the quadriceps are stretching. Nice work. Bring the palms of your hands into a bridge position. So they're going to be on the floor beside your face. And the fingers are facing your shoulders and the palms are starting to press towards the floor. Some people will be able to get their hands all the way down. Of course, if you're able to lift up, by all means, you could do your bridge position, but we're just working on this arm and leg position. So getting the hands closer to the floor, getting a little bit of mechanical strength by bringing the elbows in. So try to keep the arms parallel. Still lifting the thighs. Okay, and then you're going to release. Ooh, and bring the legs in towards the chair. Nice work, rocking from side to side. All right, we're going to stretch the front of the hips now. Cross your feet at your ankles. Hold your toes if you can. Some people with shorter arms, you're not going to be able to reach your feet. But what we're trying to do is just get the feet onto the floor, right up under the sit bones. You can always wiggle your body in the direction of your knees if you have trouble placing your feet. And so then you lay all your weight onto the floor and hopefully you're getting a stretch in the front of the thigh. You can make this stronger with your hips up onto a support, like the blanket under you. Just a nice little stretch for the front of the hip. Relaxing your upper body now. Finding the flow of your breath. Great. And then we're going to reverse the legs. So lift your legs up, cross the ankles the other way. Use your hands if they work to bring the feet really close under the sit bones, or else put your feet down and then wiggle your body in the direction of your knees. So we try to get knees towards the floor. And letting go of accumulated tension. Simply letting go. Hugging your knees in again to your chest. Rocking a little from side to side. And then we'll put the feet down, inside edges of the feet touching, knees touching. Arms straight out from your shoulders. Lifting your hips to the left and then your knees go right. And turn your head to look over the left arm. Let's take a nice big stretch here. Feeling the nourishing breath. Keeping tension out of face and neck. Feeling your core strength as you lift your legs, feeling really well supported. Lift your hips, swing them right and knees go left. Right shoulder blade stays down and you turn your head to look over. Again, we try to find the big stretch, but without creating tension in your neck, your face, or your throat. feeling the flow of breath, gathering your core strength to center. Ah, hug your knees in, rock a little bit from side to side. Ooh. Rolling to your right side and coming up to sitting. And take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.